afternoon.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. It's birthday today. It's a blessing, right, to see another year, and also on the birthday to be able to do what I love, do what I enjoy doing. Just thankful, grateful for another year. Thankful for the guys. Fun time there at the end of practice. Guys brought it up and they were singing happy birthday to me, so that was special. So appreciate the love.
Are you a guy that celebrates birthdays, or like just pretend that doesn't happen?
Now, my birthday always falls during training camp, so I've always been working on my birthday, so not a lot of celebrating going on. Always in practice, which is a good thing.
What's maybe day 3?
Day 3 was another good day. Our guys are taking a step in the right direction each day. We talk about progressively getting better. That's what they're doing, and I'm encouraged with where we are as of today.
I feel like the defense a little ahead of the offense maybe at this point through a few days.
Yeah, typically in training camp, that's how it goes. In most training camps I've been a part of, the defense always kind of starts out ahead of the offense. Both sides installing, a lot of install going in, a lot of new things, new plays. Just typically takes the offense a little bit longer to get going, but it doesn't take them long to catch up.
You had some time on the field with Christian Harris, kind of working for some instruction. Like, what were y'all working with today?
Well, with Christian, for me and him, just continue to talk to him about, it's all about eye progression. When you're playing a linebacker position, if your eyes are in the right place, right, you're probably going to be right 99% of the time. So it's just continue to harp on those things, just to find details of what we have to do to be successful. And Christian has been tuned in to ask great questions when it comes to what should he be doing. So it's fun to coach a guy who's very inquisitive and wants to know everything about what's going on around him.
And as a linebacker, like, at what point does somebody break through that kind of instinct?
Each person is different. It takes some guys, 2-3 years to do it. Some guys are faster. So it just takes time. Each guy's different. Christian will be just fine.
When it comes to the linebackers,
Well, for all of our guys, to me, there is, we have a first team, second team, third team, just organization of practice. But I tell our guys, it doesn't matter, right, where your rep comes from. You just need to make sure you maximize the rep that you get, whether it's with the 1s, 2s, or 3s. It doesn't matter. Are you playing your technique? Are you executing exactly how you're supposed to execute? That's what matters to us as coaches.
With your linebackers, what kind of goes into the teaching process of, your D-line, they're penetrating further, not really catching, they're just penetrating. You want your linebackers kind of fill in those gaps. What kind of goes into teaching them how to execute that within your scheme?
For our linebackers and anybody that plays off the ball behind it, my terminology for our guys is always our D-line is going to be disruptive, and it's the back seven's job to clean it up. And so with that being said, we have to have smart players, instinctive players at that second level who can play off of our D-line.
DeMeco, what does it mean to have Damien Williams for a year or two, and how does he look to you? It looks like he's had a good offseason.
Yeah, Damien has been having a really great offseason. From OTAs even to now, he looks great in shape. I mean, every time he touches the ball, you see the speed, you see the physicality. I know we don't have pads on, but you can see the mindset that Damien runs with, and I love that mindset, and that's what we're going to need. And I'm encouraged to see his progress in year 2. He's doing an excellent job, and I think, I love Damien just because his personality is great. He brings a lot of energy each and every day, always has a smile on his face, always excited, and always enthusiastic about practice. So he has that contagious energy that I love to be around.
Can you talk about the impact that these veterans have as far as mentoring these younger players? Yesterday, Robert Woods was with Tank Dell. On today, before practice ended, Perryman was with Henry Tortor, teaching him, showing him some things about the position. How important is that to just have those veterans to have that mentorship?
It's very important to have veteran leadership and mentorship. We have a lot of young guys on our team, very young team. A lot of guys who, for me, you need an example of how it should be done. And when you have veterans who've been through the NFL, call it over 6-7 years, somewhere along the lines they've had some older player, right, pick them up and guide them along the way as well. And they're just doing what we all do. As players, you just make sure you pass on that information to the next generation. So it's great to hear those stories of Robert, working with the young receivers, Denzel, right? So I love that mix of having, young guys, but you have to balance it out and have those older guys who can show them or tell them how rough it used to be and how easy they have it now.
What has been impressing you about Toto?
With Henry, I'm impressed just by his recall of the things. Once we give him something to correct, he does a really good job of banking that rep and not making that same mistake again. So I'm encouraged with Henry, and he's caught up to speed very well.
To follow up on Aaron's question about Damien Pierce, so how much, raved about it, how much do you think the offense is going to flow through Damien? Is going to kind of be that workhorse back, or what do you think it's going to be in terms of his utilization?
Yeah, for us to be a good offense, we have to have Damien at his A game. And for Damien to have his A game, our offensive line has to be on their game. So it's all a matter of guys, working in sync, working in conjunction. And I think having Damien, it's not just about Damien. We know his ability, his capability as a back and what he can do, but it's also having that complement, right? So having Singletary, having Boone, our other guys, it's about having that complement of guys that can carry the load.
We have time for a few more.
Coach, 3 days into camp, I noticed what has been some of your evaluation on Anderson Jr. How much of the impact do you think he's going to have on the second round?
Will, the impact that he's shown is just he is full speed every rep, right? He plays with the intensity that I love in our defensive end and what we'll need. So, it's encouraging to see his effort, his tenacity every single day. Never takes a play off, hates when we try to give him a rep off. He gets mad at the coaches. So it's that mindset that we knew Will had when we drafted him, and just excited with where he is right now.
What does the addition of George Pickens mean? Do you expect Charlie to be activated fairly soon? What is he doing?
Yeah, with George, we added George. Just wanted to continue to add depth to our offensive line. And George is a veteran who's done it for a long time in the league, athletic guy. He's played tackle, played against a lot of Seattle. He came in as an extra O lineman. So George has played a lot of football. So we're excited to add him to our roster. And it's going to be some time with Charlie. We'll see, where he gets to, and then over the next couple of weeks, we'll see where he is. Communication is very important for our defense to thrive. Everyone has to talk. Everyone has to be on the same page, and that's something we've gotten better at, but it needs to improve even more. Right? We want guys to be loud. Want guys to make sure that when something changes, there's a lot of calls, a lot of communication that has to happen. And if we're off at any little spot, right, we can have 9 guys doing one thing and the defense doesn't work that way. So communication is about having 11 guys in sync so we can all swarm together.
Last 2 here.
For a guy like Chris Cousins, could be going from Mike to what are your expectations of him, and what have you seen so far?
Kirko has been an excellent leader. Just watching his leadership, seeing the man that he is, it's been fun to work with him. He's been great working with our younger guys as well. And Kirko is a guy who he can play all 3 spots. So he's played Mike, he's played Will and Sam. So he's a guy that's smart enough to move around to multiple spots. So he adds some versatility to what we're doing.
Last one.
DeMeco, when you look at Tank right now, he's making a couple of good reps both inside and outside. Have you noticed any bit of him where he's improved in one area more than another?
Tank is continuing to just improve on the route running ability, right? He's continuing to improve on getting open, getting the proper depths, all right, the right yardage in his route. So he's continuing to improve in that way. And so he's still a ways to go, but he definitely makes some flash plays for us on offense, and we'll need that for sure.